Michael Bisping tells Jon Jones to defend his heavyweight title or vacate it. Bisping thinks Tom Aspinall would smoke Jon if they ever do fight. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Bisping said that's great for him. That's all well and good, but if you're the heavyweight champion of the world, then you have an obligation to the sport, the fans, to the other fighters in the division. Live your life, and if you are somewhat retired, just be honest and come out and say it. Obviously, Dana White has been very adamant that the fight is going ahead, so I think maybe it's just Jon messing with Tom psychologically, because he's a master of his craft, and he knows what he's doing. If he's not, and he has no intention of fighting, and he's just stringing it out for a while because he wants to hang on to the belt, then that's appalling, to be quite frank. I feel for Tom here, because Tom is in the prime of his life. He's an absolutely incredible fighter. He's just dispatching of everybody with ease. He's the best finisher in all the sport right now. And he's in his prime. He should be fighting every few months, every 6 months at least, every 4 or 5 months. He should be back in there building his legacy and making money, and just doing what he was put on this earth to do, what he's trained his entire life for. Yet he's just sitting around on the sidelines waiting and waiting and waiting. So I'm sure it's extremely frustrating for Tom, the fans, because I've said this for a long time. I think Tom smokes him. I do. And I think Jon is probably very conscious of that threat as well. I'm not saying he doesn't think he can win, but he understands that this will be a tough fight. But they're all tough fights. They're all supposed to be tough fights. For Jon to not want to give this guy an opportunity, where other people gave him an opportunity, he was the youngest champion in this sport, and he's always talking about how there's always going to be younger guys coming along. Well, what about when you were fighting for the belt, and you were the youngest person to ever do it? You got that opportunity. When you become the champion, there is an obligation to do that. So defend or vacate. It's that simple. All these cryptic tweets and going out to Thailand and living his best life and great. If that's what you want to do, go off and enjoy your life, but do the decent thing. Belal Muhammad reflects on losing his welterweight title to Jack Della Maddalena. Belal says he went against his game plan, which was to take JDM down.
Yeah, man, I think a lot of people are going into it with like the game plan and saying, his coaches and blah, blah, blah. And for me, that's what hurts me the most, because obviously I think I had the best team in the world, some of the best coaches in the world, and we go into every fight with a strategy and idea of what we want to do. And obviously for us, what our strategy was to take down Jack. It wasn't to go blow for blow with him, brawl for brawl with him. But man, it's a weird moment when you're training something so much and you're getting better at something, which I think my striking has grown so much, and I always said it. And I when I was saying that in the lead up, I wasn't lying about it. When I was like, bro, I can box with them, I can strike with them. I'm not afraid to box with them. I'm not afraid to strike with them. And I went out there and I just felt good. And there's like when they say there's a different energy when you're the champion and you gain 20% better. For me, I always thought I was the best in the world, and I still think I'm the best in the world. And I was like, bro, I can strike with this guy. Like, people are coming at me telling me I can't strike with him. And obviously we lost the fight, but bro, we stood toe to toe with him. And people could say whatever they want to say and do whatever they want to do. I went against the game plan. I went on my own. And at the end of the day, I'm going to live with that. But it came down to one round, maybe one exchange that could have swayed the judges one way or swayed the judges that way. So was my game plan wrong? It could have went the other way.
Arman Tsarukyan is now interested in facing Paddy Pimblett. At first, Arman was unsure due to the fact that he's ranked number 1 in the lightweight division and Paddy is ranked 8th. However, in a recent interview with Red Corner MMA, Arman said he looked very good in his last fight. Now we can say he beat top 10 fighters. He's number 8 or something. He's not going to fight very soon. Maybe he wants to fight at the end of this year, but I want to fight this summer and the end of this year. I'll take that summer because he has a big name. He just beat Michael Chandler, and he has a 6 or 7 win streak. He's never lost in the UFC. It makes sense to get back and to get more fans from the UK. Ilia Topuria posted new footage of him hitting the reflex ball. He's preparing to face Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight title at UFC 317. Henry Cejudo explains why he thinks both Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev made a mistake by vacating their titles. Henry says he even called Ali Abdelaziz directly and told him that Islam should not give up the belt.
I don't think Ilia should ever relinquish that belt.
Oh, he should hold it to move up.
You hold it, move up, and then that's when you're considered a double champ, a real double champ. Because remember, you're a multi-division champ, but an actual to be simultaneous and be a simultaneous where you're owning 2 divisions, there's something precious about that. So even when, even a couple days ago before Islam decided to relinquish it, I called Ali. I was like, hey, I sent Ali a message. I'm like, hey, Ali, I just want to let you know this. He should not do it. He should not relinquish that belt, dude. Because there's something about having that status at 155 pounds and 170. Once you win it, then you can let it go. There's only been 3 in history.
I like this.
There's only been 3 in history.
I agree with him, but
Conor McGregor, Daniel Cormier, and myself.
Hey, but I think the UFC kind of like trying to put a stop to it. That's why they made him.
But that's not.
That's not fair, though, right?
No, it's not, I don't know if that. I don't know, dude. I don't know if that. I don't know if that's an official rule.
Oh, okay.
But when you're pound for pound, you can do whatever the you want. I think he's earned it.
I agree.
You were a double champ. You were a Pride champ and UFC champ. You unified it.
I think Dan Henderson was the first double champ in MMA history.
Cory Sandhagen believes he's much better than Sean O'Malley. He doesn't think O'Malley has faced the best of the best in the bantamweight division. Go check out Sandhagen's full appearance on the Overdogs podcast. Links in the description.
I guess I don't really care, honestly. I think that when me and O'Malley fight, I'll get to show that I'm a lot better than him. And unless I get that opportunity, I don't really feel like arguing with the ether of the internet about who's better at what. I think I'll definitely get that opportunity to show that one of these days. But yeah, when you think about O'Malley, man, like he's had a good run at stuff, but I think if you fight tough guys for long enough, like there's gonna be nights where you just don't win. You know what I mean? Because all of these guys are really good, and I fought the best guys for a really long time, and not a lot of other people in the division really get to say that, except for maybe Jan and Merab. And O'Malley's not really one of those guys that gets to say that he's fought all of the best of the division. And so, yeah, I think that when he does that, he's going to have off nights and he's going to lose. I sometimes have off nights and I've lost, and that's just how fighting works.
Dan Hooker recently had hand surgery. He posted new training footage of him hitting pads with just one hand. He wrote just a bit of kung fu with the bro. Ray Longo explains why he thinks Ilia Topuria is going to knock out Charles Oliveira. Ilia versus Charles goes down at UFC 317 for the vacant lightweight title.
I believe Topuria wins that fight. I believe he's going to probably knock him out. That's the way I see that fight going. You know,
wow.
And well, you know what it is? I think Charles, he's a little chinny, but he always manages to come back and, find a way to win. But this kid's 27 years old. He gets you in trouble. He's not letting you off the hook. His wrestling is good. His jiu-jitsu's, going to be good enough for what he's going to do, I believe. He's just a different animal.
Yeah.
He's squared away everywhere. He's confident. He hits like a freight train. Will it transfer over to 155? Charles also fought at 45. So, he's probably in betweener at the end of the day. So I just think the power and he's this guy, he's on a tear. And look at the guys he's beaten. So I think Charles is in trouble in this fight.
Currently, there is a petition calling for Jon Jones to be stripped of his heavyweight title. At the moment, there's over 41,000 signatures. A link will be in the description if you want to check that out. Jon has reacted to this petition. Sportskeeda posted this to their Instagram. When the petition just passed 15,000 signatures, Jon left a comment saying the equivalent to picograms, with a laughing crying emoji. Merab Dvalishvili has injured his toe just 2 weeks out from the Sean O'Malley rematch.
Why you break my toe, my friend?
That was you. You kicked me in the head, broke your toe. That's your fault.
Yesterday. It's okay. I'm gonna cut it off.
It happened today.
This guy broke, yeah. This guy was witness.
That's good.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Doom Studios. It says, I'm tired of Jones making the heavyweight division feel like the heavyweight division. The second one says there is an active online petition to strip John. 26K have signed so far. Rally up, boys. And the final one's from Iceman299. It says Dana is 100% the reason for this mess. This is what happens when you constantly glaze one individual. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.